Help save the neighborhood. Help save our neighborhood. It's too late. It's too far gone. It's too late. This video is a response back to quite a few people where you live at. And I'm mainly doing this for where I live also. Having a conversation with a brother at the store earlier. And I promise you I'm going to send this video to you because he wanted me to expound on why I feel the way I feel and believe what I believe. Now, let me say this in this video so that nobody get this confused. When I say we, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm not talking about every black man, every black woman, every child, or whatever. When you realize that we done pretty much gave away the whole entire neighborhood. Let me give you an example of what I saw growing up. And this is a sad sight. Because what that happened now is gentrification have taken over. You come over here now and Elm Thicket. Oh yeah, I'm putting this on Facebook everywhere. I want everybody I grew up with, people younger than me, my age, older than me, my elders, because y'all gonna fear this video. Y'all know what time it is. See, we sit up and complain about this and that and mad now when we could have been supporting each other, like I've been talking about for years, having our own. It's been messed up for so long that now you want to put up signs now like help save the community, stop zoning. It's too late. If you come over here now, the houses are gone. They knocking them down, putting up mansions. They running the poor people out. They driving up the taxes so high, that it's hard for anybody to stay over here. They don't have that type of money. You got people moving from LA, from New York, here, who say, dang, y'all cost of living is way cheaper than ours, and our cost of living is high, but theirs are sky high. So more people coming, and I'm not knocking people coming. We talking facts. You do what you do. Go where you got to go. But with more people coming, higher the rent. And the way the economy is now, so when I take a look at this neighborhood, see all the dope that was sold. Come on, don't cut the video off just yet. We killed our own community. All the black on black crime, violence, selling dope, begging money hungry preachers, busted up churches, broke down neighborhoods. Then you blame the white man. Well, who put the drugs over? I understand that, but who forced you to send it? It hurt my eyes, man, every time I go to that block down there to get some gas to see people in their 50s and 60s strung out. Some 26, 27 strung out. 18, 19 strung out. The rest of them dead or locked up in the penitentiary. We have to learn to give an account for what we have done also. Gentrification took over. Where everybody going, JT? They driving us out. Going door to door, putting them signs. Hey, how much you want for your house? Well, you know, I've been living here all my life. You know, I tell you what, I give you $250,000 for this house right now. What's up? $250,000. Man, they never seen that much money in my life. $250, let's go. Sold the house. What they do, knock it down. What they do, JT, put up a $2 million home where they gave you $250,000 that it was about their land. You got more mansions out here now. And they turn down the little houses. Gentrification is taking over. So how you going to get it back now? It's gone. It's over with. Most of the, here it is, most of the older people who have died, or most of them being put in the home, they're still alive. They leave the children the house, and the children can't even pay the taxes on it. This is what happened. Y'all sold it out. Y'all y'all got to split that 3 ways. It's 3 of y'all. Gentrification. Make it impossible for the poor. You notice they always target the poor neighborhoods. Run them fools up out of there is what they saying. Put up the mansions. Then drop the prices back slowly. But then keep going up. Because they can afford to live here. Especially being down the street from the airport. If you notice what they building around the airport, we destroyed our own neighborhood. And you go to the block, what's the #1 store, A+, lemon store that was just gone now, something else. But they made all that money off of this neighborhood. Your scratch outs, your lottery tickets, your cigarettes, your 40 ounces, your drinking, that's the food back there that's being cooked every day. They make, then you go look at where they stay. You think they gonna move over here? No. They got mansions off of the hood. They keep the money in their family. Have you ever walked into a Chinese restaurant and saw a black person working there? How they keep hiring their own people? I remember my boy Tally up there that got his own laundromat. See, I gotta speak facts, y'all. When Tally was, before that laundromat was built back in the day, and even when he got a bill, you know what these fools around there started doing? Trying to break in there. Busting the window. Black men can't have nothing. Busting the window, trying to break into the video game, steal the quarters out the coin machines, whatever they can get their hands on, dope fiends. We destroyed our own neighborhood. Us. These churches that done took up more than enough money. I'm not talking about all. You got to ask yourself, what are these churches doing? 6 or 7 churches on one street, and half of these pastors can't even get along with each other, nor associate with each other. We destroyed our own neighborhood. Physically, mentally, spiritually, Italy, whatever you want to name. We want to cry out, let's stop the zoning now. We gotta get Elam Thicket back. We gotta get it back. It's gone. Ain't no getting it back. And most of the people that was gonna truly fight, they done died off. These youngsters don't care. Shout out to my boy William Baldwin though. We was talking at the water park today. He said we ain't selling out. Yeah, they offered me all that money for the house. I'm not gonna get rid of that house. I'm fixing it up. Cause see, $400,000-$500,000 is a lot of money when you ain't never. $500,000 is a lot when you ain't never had it. $300,000, $250,000 is a lot when you ain't never had it. But you got to keep in mind, you got to relocate. We should have owned it all. And here you are stuck with a 30-year mortgage. Can I speak facts, y'all? Your first 9 or 10 years of paying your mortgage, you didn't see nothing but interest. You didn't see no principal. So I know about this stuff. Same with a car note a lot of times. You don't start out seeing principal like that. Interest on top of interest. And then you don't know how long you're gonna live, and then all of a sudden you still die. You die, with that mortgage. But I put mine on 20 years. It's gonna make the note a little bit higher, but you ain't even guaranteed to live in 20 years. Some people are blessed to pay their house off, give it to their children. But think about it in our race of people. How many of us are actually able and blessed to pay our house off? We gave the neighborhood away. Not only did we destroy it, when that dope hit back in the 80s, I watched this neighborhood slowly fall away then. I knew people selling drugs to their own kinfolk. Some of them selling dope to their own mamas. Selling everything to get a hit. Stealing everything to go get that dope. But then we want to cry out the white man just ain't giving us a break. The white man, and yes, gentrification. You know what they're going to do? They're going to come in here and give you an offer for your house for a little or nothing compared to them. And they're going to sell it and they're going to put up a mansion. If you think I'm lying, come over here in my neighborhood and drive down the streets that you thought still look the same. If you ain't been over here in a long time, come on through here. Come on over about it. Next time you go by the airport, stop by her first. Make a right on Roper Street. Go down Roper alone. Look to the left right there. What's before the recreation center. Look at these big mansions they putting up now. Look at how many people gone. The dope, the violence. We destroyed our own neighborhood, shooting up and killing our own people. And we want to fault everybody else. Notice when I'm saying we, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm just using the term we in this video. We had the power. I'm talking to my partner the other day. He's about 66 now. He said if I could have just thought different, my house would have been paid for. He said I spent all my money on dope. Spent all my money going to the casino back and forth. I spent all my money just foolishness. Excuse me. Saying you have no reason not to pay me. He said, if I would have just took my habit money, not only did I have a smoking problem, I was smoking dope, I was smoking cigarettes, I was smoking weed, I had a drinking problem, and I add up all that, and I had some money. Bad stewardship. Poor steward. And then you get up in age, then you're too old to do any damn thing. But you want to blame it. No, we're going to start pointing the fingers at ourselves. What we did wrong. Why is it like it is? And I know most of my people are going to say, man, we ain't never had it made easy. I didn't say we did. I'm saying, do we take responsibility? Can we look at what we have done to the community? The hood. All this stealing. All this killing. You know what I mean? The people that have been murdered in the neighborhood alone. It had nothing to do with a white cop gunning down that brother. It was that brother gunning down that brother. It was that brother robbing that brother. And I know the police have done things too, but I'm just saying, how many times have we seen black on black crime? How many times have men went to the club and had a fallout, a shootout at the club over stepped on my shoes and my brand new Nikes? My dope man Nikes, my Air Max, my Jordans. Bro, you didn't even say excuse me. Pow. Oh, you trying to holler at my girl. Pow. Dead. You on my block selling. Dead. You don't even own the block, fool. I think Eddie Griffin said this the best in one of his stand-up comedies. Niggas down over a block they don't even own. You up there getting mad because he on the next corner hustling just like you are. And ain't now one of y'all got $1 to rub together and you're smoking all yourself. I used to call them slanging dope fiends. You selling there and getting high off your own product. There used to be a rule: don't get high off your own supply. That doesn't apply to these fools over here. How you gonna sell dope and you deal? How you gonna deal dope and you the one doing most of the dope? It's a lot of people now, man. They walking around here like zombies, and they way older than they look. Cause of the demons, the drinking, the drugs, the sex, the holding around, the punishment of the body, the bad habits, all that stuff that went down in the neighborhood. You think we could go over in their neighborhood and start up, and I'm gonna go over there and start up a store? You think I can go to China and start me up a store? You think I can go and get me a Korean store in Korea? But a lot of people come over here and they get it. Why you been here all your life, you can't even get along. which is another ripoff. So I'm adding all this together. Feel me in this video. You ain't got to agree with me all the way, but you know I'm telling the truth. Many people know that we destroyed our own neighborhood with the dope, the drugs, the guns, the bad habits, the not supporting each other. And I close with this. I never understood in my life why so many of my people will steal from our own people when the one you stealing from ain't hardly got much as you do. What you gonna come rob me for? I ain't got nothing. You gonna try to rob me, you gonna feel so bad, you gonna give me something. Hey, brother, let me leave you alone. You doing better than me. I know. Thank you. That's the mindset. But I don't want such and such to make it out the hood, JT. Why not? He trying to make a better way, a better life for his children. He don't want his children to get caught up in the drugs and the gang violence and the dope and all that stuff and dying out here on these streets. So why is he a sellout? Because he moved the hell out. You should always want your children to grow up and be better and do better than you. I know I do. That's why I strive so hard for. I don't want you to go through what I went through. I want to provide a better life for you, but I also still want you to understand the struggle. That just because you're up today, you can be down today. Just come look at the neighborhood now. It ain't a hood. Let me say this the right way. It ain't a hood no more. It's a community now. You think you're going to go over there in Highland Park and get away with that same stuff? Or them streets going to be bumpy and potholes in the street? You think you're going to see that in Highland Park? No. Community ain't going to allow that. Because a real community comes together. I'm not saying black folks will come together. It's not enough of us that come together. You got to, in the hood, you got to complain and complain and complain to get something done. And the ones that really complain a lot is the ones that ain't going to come together. They'll talk about it on the porch. That's what I love about my mama. Let's get some people together. They ain't going to do nothing until we get strong in numbers. Then they'll come out here and fix this and fix that. It's hard to get us together. We destroyed our own neighborhood along with a little help from them. But in reality, I would say dope took over half of the community when it hit hard. Mostly everybody I know was strung out. And the ones, a lot of them that wasn't strung out, they was on their way to being strung out. It started with the weed, and then it elevated from the weed to the crack, to the cocaine, to the opioids, the synthetic drugs, to more of this, more of that. The angels of the PC. I need something stronger. Let me get some crystal meth. And now you dead. Who make us do all this stuff? We did it ourselves. Be real with me in the comment section. Who really destroyed the community? Well, JT, I know they planted them drugs and stuff over there. I mean, you gotta at least admit. I already have mentioned that. But we was already doing stuff to each other. Also, how many siblings don't even get along with each other? And then when mama died, or grandma died, papa died, they leave the house. It's an argument and fight over the house. The siblings is arguing and fighting over the house. And some of them know they wouldn't even know to do a damn thing when mama was alive. But them the ones who want the house. They want everything they can get their hands on. They wouldn't come lift a finger to help in the time of need. Then there's a big argument where we got to go to court. Well, you know what? They ain't nobody going to get the house. The house is sold. And now the house is knocked down. And then another mansion is put up beside that mansion. If you notice what's going on over here, come over, I'll show you. We can go down every street. They putting up mansion beside mansion. Every time I come home, there's another sign in the yard. Sold. Or house for sale. It ain't long from now that house is knocked down. And I'm talking about they knocking them down quick. The whole March, into March Street, that whole street is gone now. And on the other end, it ain't but two normal houses left. The rest 2 or 3 normal houses left. The rest are mansions. I'm talking about $500,000 up dollar houses. Most of them are $1 million. And here you go, you got $1 million house sitting next to a trap house. You know they ain't gonna be long before they push that trap house out of there. I'll leave on that note. Shalom.